I'm Longster 1970, and this is the 1985 Honda Shadow VT 700C. Thought I'd go over some of the features of this bike and everything that I've done to it so far. So let's get started. Okay, let's start at the handlebars. These are the handlebars off of a 1983 Honda Shadow VT 750C. I had switched over to a set of handlebars off of a 86 VT 500C, and they were a little too narrow. So anyways, here's your turn signals, left and right. Here's your high-low beam. Here's your horn. This has a hydraulic clutch. Here's your hydraulic clutch. You got your mirrors, of course. Your speedometer. This has 32,055 miles on it. I have a voltmeter here with a dual USB charger. Digital tachometer. Your instrument cluster. Instrument cluster is right here. The lettering is worn off, so you can't really tell what everything stands for. If you look closely, you might see it. But that green light meant it was in neutral. Front forks, dual piston, dual calipers in the front. We've got 19-inch wheel in the front. This has a date code of 22. Got a liquid cooled engine, two horns, crash bar, highway bar, foot pegs, dual seats. I put this phone holder on here. Here's your front brake. 15-inch. This has a date code of 20. I'd replace this tire first. There's your battery, rectifier, center stand. You can see that I've replaced exhaust. These are the Voodoo slip-on exhaust. This is a set of Viking bags that I installed on it. Your fuel on-off is right here. That's on. It's got a little bit of an oil leak up here. Your air filter is in underneath there also. A little bit of an oil leak right here. It's coming from down under the bottom of the cover, I believe. Fuel tank has a primary tank or secondary tank, they call it, in underneath here. And here is the other tank that I've repainted. Locking fuel cap. You have your brake pedal down here also. Mechanical brake pedal. Yeah, you can see this is a 694 cc engine. You can see this is a shaft drive. Here is the rear foot pegs. Your foot peg there. Your front foot pegs here. Your brake pedal is right here. Footrest for the highway bars. Here is your fuel pump. Antifreeze reservoir is right here. It's hard to see, but I think it's full. This is where the air filter is, underneath this cover, two 10mm bolts. And down here is the fuel filter. You can see that's been replaced. Up here you have your on, off, your off and your run switch, your start switch, throttle, control right here. It says rear drum brake. Okay, when I got this bike, it had 26,978 miles on it. I changed the oil and filter, cleaned the carbs, replaced the seats. They came from the VT 500. They were the wrong seats were on the VT 500, but these are the correct seats. Cleaned the secondary fuel tank, put a new rear tire on it, new battery, left rear turn signal bulb, dielectric compound in all the connectors. At the air filter, I cleaned up the wiring, cleaned the rear rim. As you can see, the rear rim is starting to delaminate, and I cleaned that up because it wasn't holding air. Replaced the choke cable, replaced both the throttle cables, checked the antifreeze, it was good. New fuel filter, new fuel line, new vacuum line. One that was on it was cracked. And then at 26,988 miles, I rebuilt the right front caliper. Refilled the system with DOT4 fluid. Added oil. Replaced the valve stem in the front tire. And at 27,000 miles, I installed a new valve stem in the rear tire. Rebuilt the left front caliper. Put stainless steel pistons in both of them. At 27,110 miles, I replaced the front brakes, master cylinder. I replaced all 4 turn signals. Installed 86 VT 500 handlebars. Installed crash bar from the 750. Replaced left hand cover gasket and seal. Rebuilt master cylinder and for front brakes. 27,072 miles, I resealed the left side cover gasket, still leaking. New side cover gasket and red RTV sealant. 27,110 miles, replaced front brakes, master cylinder, bled out the clutch, master cylinder, or I purged the air out of all lines, adjusted handlebars. There was a lot of metal in the clutch master cylinder. 27,257 miles, replaced the clutch master cylinder, bled out all lines, filled with DOT4 fluid. 27,278 miles, cleaned the carbs again. 27,348 miles, I installed a replacement fuel cap. 27,528 miles, replaced all spark plugs. Installed a replacement front tire. Installed the old front brake master cylinder. The other one seemed to be sticking. 27,964. Battery wasn't charging. I found a loose connector at the regulator. Seemed to be charging again. Put on the new exhaust. 28,315 miles. Checked the charging system, is not charging. Dropped below 12 volts at idle. I ordered a regulator. 28,678 miles. I installed a number 45 and a number 130 jet in both carbs. Got them from carbjetkits.com. Installed a voltmeter, USB charger. Installed the phone mount on the handlebar. Installed a replacement stator and regulator from Rick's Motorsports Electronics. Installed a replacement side cover gasket sealed with red RTV. Left it sit for 24 hours before putting it back on. Cleaned up the wiring. Installed wiring looms. Or 29,798. Changed final drive fluid. Installed Mobil 1 full synthetic. Installed saddlebag supports. Down here is the saddlebag supports, because the saddlebags were rubbing against the shocks. Installed the original fuel tank. I had put the fuel tank off the 750 on here, so I installed a replacement fuel tank. I had treated it with POR. I sanded dents and sandblasted the tank. Primer and painted. The tank has been painted with Inferno Red, as long as also the side cover has been painted with Inferno Red. and this front fender has been painted with Inferno Red. 31,881 miles. I cleaned and re-oiled the K&N air filter. 31,881 miles. I installed replacement clutch and the shifter shaft seal. And 31,982 miles. I replaced the front fork seals. I installed 15 weight fork oil. Removed both front brake calipers. I honed out the piston bores with the bore hone. I found a bad dust seal in the left caliper. Installed a rebuild kit in the left caliper. Removed oxidization, the dust seal groove in the left caliper. I reinstalled this master cylinder again because it seemed to be working good after that, after I fixed the caliper. Notice the 3-wire connector for the voltage regulator was melting. That was at 32,054 miles. You can see I got it all taped up and put in a loom. And I checked over the charging system and everything was good. I also replaced these mirrors. I don't know if I said that or not. I got these from Amazon. I think that's about everything that I did to this bike. It did develop a leak because the tank was really rusty. And after I cleaned it out, the tank inside was rusty. I cleaned it out and then it started developing a leak. So that's whenever I did the POR and sealed the whole tank up. But I think that's about it. Well, that'll do it for going over the features and everything that I've done to this 1985 Honda Shadow VT 700C. I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and stay safe. Thanks for watching.